السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الهانتين با كسر هذا مدرسة فران. ولي وحنا نحن كجرنا ololihii doorashada waxaan joognaa xarunta lagu daahfurayay ololaha Cumar Abuubakar oo ka tartamayo xaafadda Edmonton Northwest. Cumar waxa uu tartamayaa NDP khudbadihii iyo dadkii ka soo qayb galay waxay ka yiraahdeen nala daawada.
My name is Omar Abubakar, and I'm your proud NDP candidate for Edmonton Northwest. So, if you asked me a few years ago, would you be entering politics? I never would have agreed to that. I never would have even imagined that. But the last few years, uncertainty has increased and increased in our world today. Volatility, uncertainty, which is emerging south of the border, has progressively become more significant and more apparent over time. That's why this election is one of the most important elections of our lifetime, arguably the most important, and that's why we have to stay united as Canadians, which is why I'm proud to run, and it's an honor and a privilege to run. Now, if you asked me also what my values are, my values align with the NDP, with the working class families, with people who are everyday Canadians that a lot of them are living paycheck to paycheck. 78% of Canadians earn less than $100,000 a year. That's the realm that I come from. I come from humble beginnings of immigrant parents who came to this country with nothing and worked their way up. I look to them as some people that I look up to and people that I want to be and strive for, because they sacrificed a lot for many of us people born in this country to work hard and to achieve their dreams. Now, when we talk about some of the key issues, number one, I'm only going to be brief, I'm not going to speak too long. Number one, national rent control. That's something that we have to focus on. Main reason is, if you ask the Conservatives, they will never ever in a million years do this because they want to maintain the rent to continue to increase. Because when you talk to many different tenants, and I've already done door knocking the last week or so since I entered this race, many tenants, their leases are ending and they're terrified that the rent will increase so much so that they won't be able to afford all of their other bills. That's why we have to have a national rent control to protect renters and to protect tenants as much as possible. Point number two, we need a price cap on emergency groceries. Because if we don't have that, affordability is increasing to an extent that is becoming very, very difficult to maintain. Cooking oil is up 73% in price. Pasta is up 43%. Baby formula is up 30% as well. These are things that are going to continue to increase because unless we do a price cap, because if you look at the Conservatives, they have lobbyists that are grocery that will make sure that there'll never ever be a cap in a million years because they have lobbyists that pay them money and they want to keep their donors happy. That's not what we want as Canadians. Number three, dental care and pharmacare. We already as a party started it, but we need to expand it. We need to enhance it. We need to have more people benefiting from it because the working insurance that you get from your work, not everyone's going to be entitled to it. You could be an independent contractor and not an employee. Therefore, you're not eligible for those benefits. And when you're not eligible for those benefits, you're going to have to pay medication out of pocket, and you're going to have to, and when you get your own insurance, you typically have to wait a 3-month waiting period. Well, what if something happens during those 3 months and you need something now? That's why we need dental care, we need pharmacare. And another thing, point number three, I call a spade a spade. If you look at many different human rights organizations, Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, B'Tselem, all the other credible human rights organizations, all of them have said the same thing, that what's happening in Palestine is a genocide, and we need to address it, we need to call it what it is, and we need to say, listen, end the violence that's happening there, fight for human rights as much as possible, because if we don't advocate for them, no one else will. Point number 4. Point number 4 is my promise to you. And my promise to you is, if I'm elected, is to be active, to be visible, and to be present in the community. Some MPs, I'm not going to say which party, don't even live in the riding that they represent, let alone don't even live in the city that they represent. So I'm going to be active. I'm going to be someone who you can come to, regardless of your political affiliation, regardless of where you come from. I'm going to be an access point where you can talk to about your issues. We're going to continue to door knock even after the election. Door knocking is not during election time. We're going to continue to talk to constituents, talk to their needs, make relationships with different community leaders. Those are things we're going to do. And last but not least, I want to thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart for coming and supporting me. I'm not going to lie to you, we're entering the race a little late, and the odds are a little bit stacked against us. But we're going to do our absolute best to make sure we have a few NDP MPs, many as we can, sent to Ottawa to keep the Liberals honest.